Imagine dropping your $1,800 foldable phone and realizing the repair might cost almost as much as a regular smartphone. Now imagine cutting that bill by more than a third, not with insurance, not with a discount, but with a smarter repair. That's exactly what Samsung has quietly rolled out for foldable phones, and it's already saved users millions. Before we jump in, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that like button. It really helps me keep bringing you more tech breakdowns like this one. Samsung has introduced a new repair method for Galaxy Z Fold and Z Flip devices that changes how broken foldable screens are fixed. Instead of replacing the entire display module, which includes the screen, frame, and sometimes even the battery, Samsung can now replace only the damaged components. Less waste, less cost, and a very different future for foldable ownership. Why does this matter? Because foldables are still seen as fragile, high-risk phones. People love the idea of a phone that folds, but they're scared of what happens after one bad drop. Repair costs have been one of the biggest reasons many users stick with traditional slab phones, even as foldables improve every year. Samsung's new approach directly targets that fear. This repair service is officially called Foldable Phone Display Unit Repair, and right now it's only available in South Korea. Samsung recently expanded it to 2 more service centers, bringing the total to 160 out of 169 centers nationwide. That alone tells you this isn't some small experiment anymore. It's becoming standard practice in Samsung's home market. Here's how it works. Instead of pulling out the entire inner display unit, trained technicians identify and replace only the parts that are actually damaged. That might be specific display layers or internal components rather than the whole assembly. The downside? It takes about twice as long as a full module swap. The upside? Repair bills can drop by as much as 37%. Since this method was first introduced in 2024, adoption has grown 5 times, and the savings are real. Samsung says customers in South Korea have already saved around 8 billion Korean won, roughly $5.4 million US, just by using this repair method. That's not a rounding error. That's proof that foldable repairs don't have to be financial disasters. There's another angle here that matters just as much: sustainability. Replacing fewer components means less electronic waste and more recycled parts staying in circulation. Foldables are complex devices, and throwing away a mostly functional display module has always felt excessive. This new approach fixes that, literally. What makes this even more interesting is that Samsung is currently the only company offering single-component repairs for foldable phones at scale. No other major manufacturer is doing this yet. That gives Samsung a big advantage, at least in theory, when it comes to making foldables feel more practical long-term. Now let's talk about the catch. If you don't live in South Korea, none of this helps you yet. In places like the United States, repairing a Galaxy Z Fold or Z Flip is still painfully expensive. Crack the inner screen outside of warranty, and most repair centers will replace the entire display module. That's why out-of-warranty repairs can still cost anywhere from $400 to $600. It's not that technicians want to overcharge you, it's simply the only repair option they're currently equipped to offer. To be fair, if your foldable display fails due to a manufacturing defect within Samsung's 1-year warranty, repairs are usually free. The problem starts the moment Samsung labels the damage as accidental. One drop, one pressure crack, and suddenly you're paying the foldable tax. Samsung has made some progress elsewhere. Its self-repair program now includes foldables, and it partners with Best Buy and You-Break-It-Fix locations for same-day service. But even then, most repairs still involve swapping expensive full modules, not individual components. If Samsung brings this part-only repair method to markets like the US, it could completely change how people think about owning a foldable. It would turn foldables from high-stakes luxury gadgets into devices that feel manageable and realistic to own long-term. Right now, Samsung hasn't officially announced plans to expand this repair method globally, but the success in South Korea makes a strong case. Millions saved, less waste, happier customers. If Samsung truly wants foldables to go mainstream, this is the path forward. People will happily wait longer for a repair if it costs significantly less. A cheaper, slower repair is a trade-off most users would take without hesitation. Foldables are already expensive. Reducing the fear of repair costs might be the single most important step Samsung can take next. And if this technology leaves South Korea, it could finally make foldables feel like the future, not a gamble. What's your thoughts on this? Let me know in the comments section. See you in the next video. Take care.